This is a great football day, all day long, early morning to late at night. Let's go.
About to keep going. Iowa State-Houston game. Eric Collins, Mississippi. You guys got it.
H-Town on a Saturday night. We are live at TD ECU Stadium in Houston, Texas. Big 12 football between two schools that have never met before on the gridiron. It's a brand new rivalry. We've got the 18th ranked Iowa State Cyclones taking on the homestanding Houston Cougars. Glad to have you along for the ride, folks, with my partner, Spencer Tillman. I am Eric Collins. This is going to be fun. We get a chance to see an Iowa State team that is not only ranked in the top 20, but they're 3-0, Spencer. Yep. They've already beaten their biggest rival, the Iowa Hawkeyes. This has got the makings of a very special year for the Cyclones.
Can't say enough about the job that Matt Campbell has done, partner. He really has his team situated to go from good to great, and he's done it the right way with cultural change. That's not an easy thing to do. And to top it off, he's sitting there at 56 tied with Dan McCarney, who needed 12 years to do it. He's done it in 9. I'm impressed with them. The question now is, how well will they run with a full cup of success?
Now they've got a great chance this year to do great things because they've got a fantastic quarterback that they believe in. Rocco Beck for years has been steady. This year's been spectacular.
Well, some of us have wanted to put a red S on his breast chest plate, and I think he deserves that. Why? Because he's resilient, and it is contagious, right? You look at his wide receiver course, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel. Those two receivers are outstanding. They're going to be patient and get the ball to them. Why? Because they've got a loaded running back room. We already know about their defense, right, and their tight end game. This is a complete team, partner. They're ready for more.
All right, let's switch gears now and talk about the Houston Cougars. They had a forgettable weekend last week in Cincinnati. They got shut out. Now it's the part of the season where they need to figure out who's their best quarterback option right now.
Yeah, ultimately, Willie Fritz has got a pure reclamation project on his hands right now, and it's not an easy thing to do. You said this yesterday, partner. If you got two quarterbacks, you've got no quarterbacks. Donovan Smith has got a labrum issue with his shoulder. He had off-season surgery. He's not 100%. Looked at him yesterday. A lot of quarter field throws, right? Zion Chris will counter. He's more of a pure runner, but inexperienced. So, again, partner, you got some inexperience. A guy that's demonstrated it, but it's going to be a problem to be sure.
Let's do it. Saturday Night Live football in Houston. It is the first meeting ever between Iowa State and Houston. We've got the Cyclones. We've got the Cougars. Our kickoff in just a moment. We've got Big 12 football here in Houston, Texas. Iowa State and the Houston Cougars. They've played some great basketball games in recent vintage, but this is going to be football for the first time ever between these two schools. Iowa State playing their first conference game. They're 3-0. Wins against North Dakota, at Iowa, and against Arkansas State, but this will be their first Big 12 conference game and an opportunity for history with Matt Campbell. With a win today, he would pass Dan McCarney and be the winningest coach in Cyclone history.
And I just can't get out of my mind, partner, how impressive it is that he's done this in 3 shorter years than Dan McCarney, who needed 12 to make it happen. In this era of transfer portals, players have more flexibility to be able to keep your culture strong enough, and everybody's satisfied like they did last week against Arkansas State. Went deep down that roster, got a lot of experience that satisfied a lot of young men who are hankering for some time.
He'll be matching wits with Willie Fritz. If you're not familiar with Willie Fritz, you will be by the end of the day. His first year since taking over for Dana Holgerson. Iowa State, they won the toss. They've deferred the decision to the second half. So they will kick off to the Houston Cougars. Massey is the deep man, lets it go over his head. It'll be a touchback.